What's up, Soul Family? Coming at you with a quick collective message. I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot deck, and of course, the Tea Leaf Fortune Cookies. I'm sorry, Tea Leaf Fortune Telling cards. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to do my best to keep this fairly short. So instead of me going like really in depth with each individual card, I'm going to kind of try and just channel the overall message that is meant to come out. So we have Three of Wands coming out first. Sorry, let me. The Nine of Cups. Kind of refocus that. Alright. The High Priestess. The King of Swords. Five of Wands. And last but not least, the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Let's go ahead and get these sorted. This one might be a little bit random, but for anybody who's trying to kind of tinker and mess with energy manipulation, and even kind of like altering reality, you can always try to spin that fan or like move the little bubbles in the lava lamp while I'm doing the reading. You'd basically still be getting the exact same message, but you'd be altering how the energy flows between those objects. So something for you guys to try. And there two fell out. Money path. Oh, sorry, three fell out. Unsuccessful plans with not. And teardrops with great personal sorrow. Alright, we'll pull a couple more and then we'll kind of just jump in. Key. Successful outcome to your problems. Camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. And last but not least, I don't know why I said it like that. I kind of read persevere wrong at first, kind of just messed my flow up. Let's take carriage. A journey, either physical or mental. So I'm going to sort these out, kind of see where this message is heading, and kind of jump right in. Hopefully I'll keep this under like 6 minutes, and we'll go from there. Alright, so in this case, I don't think the Lovers has to do with a love reading. One of the other kind of depictions of the Lovers is the energy of having to make critical choices, especially if they're coming out above the High Priestess, and then there being money plans and unsuccessful plans and all these different energies that are kind of mixing in. I think it's pointing towards using your intuition to kind of navigate whatever problems that you've been kind of facing, and especially if you've been maybe trying to make moves lucratively. So maybe you've been kind of trying to build things up within a business, or trying to monetize things, or working on projects that you're trying to make money in, or maybe there have been some kind of personal endeavors and it's been a little bit unsuccessful at first, and you've been feeling kind of like frustrated in that pursuit. And, it could be something that is extremely frustrating and something that's really difficult to deal with. Because I can definitely vouch for, whenever I feel like I know many people have different perspectives, but I really feel as if living in a state of poverty does absolutely nothing for anybody. And it's pretty traumatizing because in certain ways you're kind of fighting for survival. So I feel like in a lot of ways, when we're trying to maybe level ourselves up or kind of trying to go down a different path of success and figure ideas out, and they're not necessarily working out, and we have those little minor setbacks, or even major setbacks, it can be very frustrating. But a couple things. So, with carriage, it says a journey, either physical or mental. And you also have the carriage with the camel. So there's like a lot of energy of there being kind of an extended period in which you're kind of having to travel, in which you're kind of having to do things. And many times when you think about it, it's like everybody says that the journey, like the destination isn't what we're kind of we're supposed to be focusing on. We're supposed to be kind of like trying to enjoy the process and enjoy the journey as it kind of unfolds. And sometimes there are difficult parts within our journey that aren't exactly enjoyable, but that's kind of just a part of the process. It's kind of just a part of trying to get out of those more difficult experiences into brighter. So I feel like, especially with All right, I know I have like a lot on my hands, but especially with all of these, because the Three of Wands is a point in which you kind of have plans that you've been kind of visualizing and thinking on, and kind of conceptually trying to maybe put into motion. And the Three of Wands is kind of the point in which you start to act on those plans, the point in which you're starting to actually, put those plans into motion and trying to see those results. And many times when it comes to any business or any kind of endeavor or any kind of project, it's just trial and error. And sometimes that trial and error can be a little frustrating, but sometimes that is kind of like what this energy is. It's putting your thoughts into motion and then waiting for the results and then trying to adjust and adapt from there. And that's partially why it kind of takes some perseverance to get to success for some people. When you think about a journey, a journey isn't something that's short. Sometimes it can be, but I mean, usually when you use the word journey, it's usually something that depicts an extended kind of endeavor. And with camel, it's pointing towards perseverance. And when you think about camels in general, it's like that's kind of what they do in the desert. They're able to go extended periods of time with whatever water they've stored internally. So it's kind of like we have to really trust that whatever we have internally, which is our intuition that's kind of guiding us, that's kind of going to allow us to get to this Nine of Cups energy, in which we're kind of like really celebrating everything that we're trying to celebrating everything that we're trying to accomplish. It's like, yeah, there might be difficulties, there might be problems, there might be like things that pop up on the journey, but overall, the goal is to trust that we have the key to success to whatever problems that pop up in our experience. And with the Five of Wands energy, maybe it's pointing towards there being, conflicts and tension. Maybe it's pointing toward there being competition in whatever field you're trying to under or whatever endeavor you're trying to undertake. But it seems like whatever you are kind of going through, it really doesn't matter because it's like, look, it's like you have the key that unlocks the chest to getting all of whatever you're trying to accomplish. It's like you have the key that unlocks the chest to your riches, in this case, your abundance, your manifestation. It kind of like goes perfectly there. It's like you had those problems, but here is the resolution. Here's the outcome of all of your trials, so to speak. And then with the King of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Lovers, there's definitely a lot of having to navigate through this experience, trusting your intuition, trying your best to be as rational and trying your best to be as grounded as possible, trying your best not to allow whatever negative experiences that we might be experiencing to kind of deter us from whatever path that we're on. It's like trying our best to make the best choices with whatever resources that we have available. Um, so all in all, I feel like that is your reading. I try my best to keep it as short as possible. So from there, if it resonated, please feel free to let me know. I hope you guys have a great day. Also, if you are interested, please feel free to book a reading with me with a link in the bio. I also have an ebook about aerokinesis and manifestation, so please feel free to check those out. And last but not least, my Etsy store, in which I have like cute mugs and desk mats and phone cases and just adorable things that I like to make. So please feel free to check those out, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.